I'm Ariana Grande.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Erivo.
And you're listening to the Broadway Podcast Network.
Visit bpn.fm to discover more.
There's a cat over here. There's a cat over there. And the wrong one died. And the wrong one died.
Welcome to The Wrong Cat Died, the podcast breakdown of the catastrophe. I'm your host, Mike Abrams, and we have a different episode today, and I'm very excited about it. If you have been with me from the beginning of my cat's journey, in the first 10 episodes, when I tried to explain my interpretation of the cats, one by one, before I really knew anything, before I talked to any of the amazing cast members, one thing that popped up in those episodes every single time is on the Cats fan Wikipedia page, I found a list of the Cats' astrology signs. And as someone who knows nothing about that, I was kind of fascinated by it. I asked a lot of questions about it. I kind of referenced it in every single one of those 10 episodes, but I didn't know what to do with it. And it has been a little bit of a goal of mine to have an expert come on and share and pressure test how accurate are these astrology signs. So I am thrilled to have Yoanna and Nikolova here, who has been writing Playbill Horoscopes for the last couple months and is an expert and is also in the theater world, so knows a little bit about cats and everything and can come help explore this with me today. So welcome, Yo, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Mike. I'm so excited. This is so fun.
This is going to be a little bit of a whirlwind because I know nothing. You know everything about astrology. And then it seems like you know a little bit about cats and I know a lot about cats. So we're going to be mirroring two worlds and meshing them together and saying, how can we figure out how correct these are or not? But before we do that, I think you got to at least set the record straight a little bit on your opinions on cats. Like, have you seen it? How many times have you seen it? Like what is your level of knowledge?
So my level of knowledge is actually embarrassing because when I first started out, I'm a social media manager for Broadway shows. And one of the first shows I worked on was actually the Cats tour many years ago.
When was this?
This was 2019.
Okay, so this is tour 6 pre-pandemic. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Great.
And I had never seen cats, and I got thrown on this show, and all I saw was the word jellicle, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And my whole team was like, we don't know. Just
just
I'm like,
say
is it
a
a noun?
bunch.
Is it an adjective? They're like, just use it. And I'm like, great. So I would post about the show, and then I decided I need to, learn more about it. So I watched slime tutorials, bootlegs, if you will, of different productions. And it wasn't until the Cats movie I saw the whole thing.
Big movie, not the old one, not the 1998 movie. You could have watched like a stage production movie.
I understand that. I could have. For some reason I didn't. I just watched, whatever was on YouTube. And then me and my coworker decided to rough out the Cats movie. And we went. And the first number came on. And I was like, wow, this is really good. And then the rest of the movie happens.
Yeah. Okay.
And I still work on the Cats tour. I have more knowledge now, but I'm more overseeing the tour marketing. My amazing coworker, Rachel, is the one actually doing the social media. I just make sure everything's spelled correctly and is on brand. I go, great, with a cat emoji.
We love Rachel. She's been awesome to work with. I did when we went to that tour.
Yes.
Spent a lot of time talking with her and figuring out how to share stuff. So she's been awesome.
She's so great. And I'm so grateful that she's doing that account because she knows a lot more about cats and the humor behind it than me.
She does.
So that's my experience at least.
Job. Okay. So wait, how many cats do you think you could name? Like characters?
Oof. Probably
You've prepped a little bit for this. So maybe more now.
I can say confidently 10.
10. Who's your, what's the one you knew most about before I reached out and said, hey, let's do this?
Mr. Mistopheles.
Okay.
Just because of the internet. And everybody on the internet loves him.
Yep.
I knew the most about him probably. Not my favorite, but definitely the most. Okay.
Now, I want to talk a little bit. So, light cats knowledge, which is great. This will make this way more fun too.
It's good prefacing too of if I am wrong about the astrology, it's because I don't know the cat very well.
Well, and so this is where I'm excited because I don't know anything about the astrology.
We're working together, Mike.
I found it really fascinating that they named every single, on the headcanons page of the Cats Wikipedia fan page, there is every single cat has
It's wild.
their astrology sign mentioned. Now, I don't know how they picked it, where the source is. I didn't dig any deeper, but I have pulled them out and I have them all listed. And what I want to do today is two things. And I think you got to first kind of give us a little bit of for anybody like me, a little bit of a history lesson. Because I don't know anything about it. So that's why I don't have an opinions on it. I know I'm a Pisces. I know nothing else. And that some people will take that and say, this is what I think about you because of that. And other people will have no idea what that means and just know it's a birthday. But I think there's way more to it than just that. It's not that simple.
It's not that simple. So astrology goes into, basically the idea behind it is the planetary alignments and where the stars are when you are born. So this is why every individual is different. It takes into account what time you were born, what day, and where you were born as well. So if someone took a picture of the sky on your birthday, the moment you were born,
okay,
those placements have meaning behind them and determine who you are. So most people know astrology as their sun sign, which is, like you said, Pisces. I'm a Scorpio. That is your sun. That is who you are at your core in terms of your beliefs and who you are as a person. From there, we have something called a birth chart. This is the rest of the planets where they were when you were born. So this is the moon. This is your Venus, your Mercury, your Mars. And all these different planets also have meaning. Your moon sign is how you deal with emotions. Your rising is how you come off to other people. So you may not come off as a Pisces, but you are at your core. Your Mars is how you fight. Your Venus is how you are in relationships. I'm missing a very integral one somewhere in there. Actually, no, I think I hit all of them. I think those are the big 6.
Okay.
And that's known as the easiest snapshot of your personality, basically. And all those planets have signs within them, which is why when lots of people are like, oh, I'm a Pisces, but I have another Pisces friend and we're nothing alike. Of course you're not. Of course, at your core, you probably have very similar beliefs and behaviors, but the way you two fight is probably very different. The way you come off is probably very different.
Interesting.
So that is just a little bit of why astrology is so interesting and why so many people are like, well, you can't group people into 12 signs. No, you can't.
Yeah.
And we are not grouping people.
So there would be some differences based on age. So it's if I was born, so that answers at least some of my questions, because I have these all listed out and I'm looking at some of them going these two could not be more different, and from Cat's standpoint. And then it's but you're saying, okay, no, that could be part of it is definitely their different ages, or I think they're all London-based cats, but if they were born in a different country, and so it's that is okay. That helps a lot.
There's even so much more, because I'm not even going to go into about astrology. There's houses and degrees, but every small change in the chart can change your personality. And that's why no two people are exactly the same. And no two birth charts are exactly the same.
So interesting. Okay.
It's very fascinating.
I think that's enough baseline for anybody that was like me, that knows nothing. Or very little, that okay, this will not help us. What I want to do is we can do this one of two ways. I can either give you the sign and you can give me the core explanation, and then, or you can randomly pick the sign and I can block the answers and try to guess who they were. Because I don't remember. I just typed them out real quickly to say, here's who, if you explain this sign, I would say, here's who my guesses would have been. And then I can read what the actual site said. So which way do you think? Which way do you want to go? Do you want to just list it out, or do you want me to tell you who they picked?
Ooh, tell me who they picked. I think that's interesting.
Okay. So I'm gonna start.
Do you mean for the cat? Do you mean for the cat, or just the baseline characteristics?
Baseline, yeah. Because all we're giving is the sun sign, and so I have the sun sign and who they listed as it. And there's a couple that they listed 2 sun signs for, but I have that. So we can either have you tell me. I'm gonna go through Cancer, and you're going to say, here's what that is, and I can just guess who I would think that would be based off of what you tell me.
Got it.
And then I can say, this is what they do, this is what then they've told me, or okay, let's go that route. You pick a sign, explain it. I'm going to guess who I think it should be, and then we'll read who they actually picked.
Great. So I'm going to start with Scorpio, actually, because I'm a Scorpio, so that was the first one I thought of. Scorpios tend to be considered like the mysterious sign. They are a lot more reserved. They keep to themselves, but they like to know about other people. They're observant. They're methodical. And because of that, they come off a little aloof. They like to know more about others than they let others know about themselves.
Okay.
For that, they are typically thrown into like the villain stereotype, which is, in my opinion, not true. We just don't like people knowing about us. But they are extremely, extremely passionate people. Like, they may not show it, but they're passionate about their friends, their work, their life. And because of that, they're like one of the loyalist signs. But the moment you betray them, it's all downhill from there. If you piss off a Scorpio, if you do them wrong, they will never let that go and may act on it as well. Like, I know there are people I've just cut out of my life because of how they've treated me. The moment I'm done, I'm done.
Okay. So based on your explanation, and I'm trying not to look at my notes because I do have them written out. The two that jumped out was mysterious and villain is McCavity. And so that one to me feels like the like number one choice there. Then I also kind of thought about Mungo Jerry, who's also one of the like henchmen, but a little bit more of the like kind of villain, but not really, kind of mischievous, kind of not really, a little aloof, but not really. So let's see how I did. And this is one where this is one where I actually knew a little bit about this sign because of the like villain part. And the only one that's listed as Scorpio is Alonzo, who's one of the younger kids. And nobody else is listed on here. And so that's where I'm like, I don't know where these came from, because if it's very villain, that is McCavity.
I would definitely say McCavity is a Scorpio. Not just, again, I hate the villain stereotype. I understand why we go that way as people, but like, he has a vendetta. For whatever reason, he wants to be the Jellicle cat. He will do anything to get there. Obviously, someone's done him wrong. And he's very like conniving about it. And that feels very Scorpio. Okay.
Well, so they have. I'm not gonna tell you which one. We'll run through all of them at the very end. I'm not gonna tell you where they netted out. We'll get through them kind of as we go through them. But let's go to a next sign. Give me a next sign and give me the definition.
Let's go with Gemini. Okay. So Gemini, very charismatic, very charming. They're the life of the party type cat, but in an intelligent way. They can talk to anybody. They can make friends with anybody. They're very intelligent, very curious. I almost said curious cats. Whoa. Yeah. Very curious individuals. And because of that, they tend to overthink. They tend to run themselves in circles, have like decision paralysis. They're also known as the twins. So like they can have differing opinions that they're constantly trying to balance. They're an air sign. So they, two sides of the same coin. So they can feel one way about something one day and then switch to a different mentality about it the next day after thinking about it.
Okay. So a couple things you said make me think that there's a couple answers, and I don't think they're all going to be right. But a curious cat is Tugger. It's literally in his song. So that would be one of my guesses. You said twins. So that would be Tantamount and Corcopat. Those are the two twins. So I feel like if they don't do that, I'll almost be mad at this Wikipedia page, because it's like, if they're twins, like that, they are literally the definition of twins.
The twins have to be at least Gemini. Rum Tum Tugger, I can see going two different ways.
The other one that I kind of like, the early explanation made me think a little bit of Jenny Anydots, of like life of the party, kind of curious. So those would be my guesses. Let's see what they said. So I am very happy that they did say Tantamount and Corcopat. So they did at least have the twins. They did have Jenny Anydots, and then they didn't have Tugger. They had Mistopheles. They have Mistopheles in two places, though.
Oh, Mistopheles is not a Gemini. I'm so sorry. He's way too reserved. He's shy. Okay. He's a shy boy.
Okay. We're going to, at the end, where would you put them?
I love that.
We might have to go through that. But okay, let's go to the next one. What's the next one?
Let's go. I should have done these in order. I'm like, we'll start in order now. We'll do Aries next.
Okay.
So Aries are very energetic, enthusiastic folks. Very, impulsive's not the right word, but They're go-getters. They're very blunt, very youthful vibes. Anyone who's an Aries tends to have a lot of energy, a lot of opinions. Because of that, they tend to act first, think later, which can sometimes get them into trouble.
Okay.
And they can also be a little combative, is not the right word, a little hot-headed at times.
Okay.
Because again, they act first and think later. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to guess one of the kittens, but I just don't know which one. Because
Probably.
it's like the youthful vibes. So I'm not even going to try to pretend. I know we've already eliminated a couple of them just with the first batch. So let's just say the kittens. And then until you said youthful, I was thinking about Buster Jones. But that doesn't feel like that fits as much now. But okay, let's read them. So it's Bill Bailey, who's also Tumble Brutus. So that's a kitten.
Okay,
So that helps.
that's again.
The other one, though, I'm not sure I agree with at all, which is Grisabella.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no.
Okay.
Absolutely not. She's some form of a water sign. There is no Aries in her. Well, there might be Aries in her like chart, but not her sun sign.
Not the sun. Okay.
No.
What's next?
Taurus is next.
Taurus.
So Taurus is typically known as the homebody of the zodiac sign. They really like their comforts. They like their methods of doing things. They like their knickknacks. They like their things in their own place. They are very caring individuals when it comes to family, when it comes to livelihoods. Because of that, they also tend to be a little too dependent on other people. Not so much dependent, but they look to their group for help or inspiration or advice, which can cause a little bit of an identity crisis.
Okay.
However, they're also extremely stubborn. So once they've made up their mind about something, there is no turning back on that. I used to live with a Taurus roommate, and oh my goodness, if there was something on my side of the room that she did not like, I never heard the end of it. Never. And until I moved it, she would remind me.
Okay, I love it. I think this one's probably easier because you basically described two of them clearly. One is Joey Loram, which is Gus's like
Don't know who that
caretaker. So
Great, yeah, that makes sense.
very much like on the nose. The other one is like orderly and like everything in place is Skimbleshanks, the like conductor of the train, just keeping
railway
everything in
cat.
order. So yeah, so those two I think are for sure it. So let's see. So they said etc., who I don't know much about, Jelly Loram, Skimbleshanks, and then they had McCavity here.
Interesting. I mean, I say the stubbornness,
Yeah.
but like a Taurus would not spend that much time trying to get something.
Okay.
Like I would say someone's stubborn, but like not to that degree. It's more the motivation behind it, right? Like McCavity is going from a sense of like, I have been wronged. I deserve to be the jellicle choice, and I will get that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Taurus is like, I don't like fish, so I won't eat it.
Okay.
And I'm dying on that hill. There's no like viciousness behind Taurus. They're way more mellower. They're earth signs. They're grounded. Yes. So no, I would not agree that McCavity is a Taurus.
Okay.
Sorry
What's
to whoever
next?
picked that.
I think
I was Gemini, but we did that. So then Cancer. So Cancer is a water sign, very emotional, very, I wouldn't say, I hate to use the stereotype of emotional, but they are. They are the zodiac sign that feels probably the deepest of all of them. They care very much about, similar to Taurus, family and home, and will do anything to preserve or protect that. They are considered the do-gooders of the zodiac sign. They want to help others the most. Like I've met so many people who are doctors who are also Cancers. Again, that's that empath, that's a deep feeling. They want to help people at their core. Unfortunately, because they are so caring and so emotional, it also can at times turn on them because they feel like they put so much effort into others and no one gives it back. And then they can get stuck in a rut very often. They can wallow. They can kind of become retrospective on those emotions and not let that go. So in the way that Scorpio either holds in or lashes out with intent, Cancer just holds and like self-destructs in a way at times because they're trying to process their emotions and not affect others. It unfortunately does because we're all human. But it can get them in a very vicious cycle of emotions.
Okay, I think you've described Demeter, who's the one being abused in McCavity. So like, I'm curious how much of that is like that aspect of the kitten's life, or versus like just the actual one. It also seems a little monkish trap, but
Interesting.
I think there's other places that might describe him better, is my hunch. So
Interesting.
they wrote down Bomb Ballerina and Demeter, and they had
no.
Bomb Ballerina in a couple places though, so that's why.
Yeah, I would not put Bombalina in there.
Yeah.
Demeter I can see, and there's one other cat that I'm like dying on the hill of. They are a Cancer.
Who?
Grisabella.
Okay.
I think it's Grisabella.
Okay, hold on. I want to do this real quick while we're doing this. We're gonna put down. I'm gonna put down our answers here. So Aries, we had. I think we had the kittens. So I'm just gonna say kittens. Taurus, we had Jelly and Skimbleshanks.
Mm-hmm.
Gemini, we had the twins, and then
Jenny.
I think Jenny might come up again. Cancer, we have Demeter and Grizz, and then Scorpio, we had McCavity, and his hench person. Mundo.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yes.
What's next? Is it
great? After Cancer is Leo.
Okay, this is the one where I just remember. I don't remember who they said it, but there was a. I think it was the default answer for it because there's a lot of cats that are in this one. So I'm curious to see who was actually thought of, or who was just like, we have no idea they're going to be a Leo.
Cat. Well, and I get it too, right? Because so Leos are known as the performer of the zodiac sign. They love attention. They love the spotlight. Very similar to Gemini. They can talk to anybody, make friends with anybody. But it's in a different way, whereas Gemini wants to know about other people. Leo wants other people to know about them. Mm-hmm. So understandably, a musical, first of all, where there's cats performing, second of all, to win a competition, third of all, I understand why the default would be Leo, because it's all performance. But Leos run a little bit deeper than that. They are very, very loyal individuals. Like if you are friends with a Leo, that person is probably going to be your friend for life. They can be a little self-centered and probably spend more time talking about themselves than about you. That's why lots of my friends are Leos. I'm a Scorpio who does not want to talk about herself. So my friends who are all Leos can talk about their day and I don't have to say words. And it's lovely. They are very loyal individuals. They are very protective of who is in their inner circle. That goes back to that loyalty thing. If someone insults their friend or does them wrong, Leo is the first to jump and defend that friend and protect that friend. They are also very street smart individuals, I would say. I've never met a Leo who can't be self-sufficient and kind of do things their own way. And they're passionate in their own way. They're passionate about their goals and their path in life and who they are as people.
Okay. I mean, I think you've described Tugger, Rum Tum Tugger, and Bomb Ballerina.
I would definitely say Bomb is in there.
Those would be the most too. I think you could performers Mistopheles too, but not as much talking by himself. Like he doesn't speak in a lot of cases. So I think those were the two that immediately jump out. But
I would definitely put Bomb Ballerina as a Leo. When she came down in that moon, I was like, done. That is my best friend who is a Leo right there. That is sparkle, glitz, glamour. She's like, I have arrived. Let the ball begin.
Yeah. What about Tugger? Do you think about Rum Tum Tugger there too?
Tugger, I think, falls in a different zodiac sign.
Okay.
It's coming up.
Okay, let's see. So here's who they had. They had Plato. Don't know enough about them.
Don't know who that is.
Bomb Ballerina was one of the two because she was in two spots. They had Carbuckety Pouncival, which is a kitten. They had Mistopheles. They had Tugger. They had Victor. And then here's the one that they had that now that I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, I see it. They have Growl Tiger, which is Gus's.
Don't know who that is.
It's Gus's alter ego that he does when he tells his story in his song. They don't do it in every production. I don't think they don't do it in the tour that he were working on. So
probably not.
So that's where it's it's kind of there. But that one actually does think fits because it's very much a look at me
persona.
But that's the point of that character.
Yeah.
But I do think it's Bomb Ballerina.
I agree. And I do I didn't know that Gus had an alter ego.
Yeah, he has. Well, he tells a story of one of the parts of what he's doing, and it's not in every version.
Makes sense. But Bomb definitely. All of her.
Okay. We'll be right back more to some crazy cats conversations after this short break. What's next?
After Leo is, oh my god, Virgo.
Okay.
It's just a test of me being able to use an order without
I have them listed in order, so I can at least, like, I can gut check if you're wrong.
Thank goodness. I think it's Virgo. So Virgos are also similar to Taurus. They're an earth sign, extremely methodical, but like in an almost practical way. Like they are very pragmatic, very organized individuals. They don't like doing things out of order or out of line. Once they make a plan, they want to stick to it. They can change plans, but they don't like it. They can be a little judgmental. I don't want to say very. They can be a little judgmental because, again, they have their way of doing and seeing the world. So when someone doesn't align with their way of thinking, they can throw a little judgment on them. This also makes them very funny people. I have not met a single Virgo, despite their organization and their pragmaticness. I don't know if that's a word. Every single Virgo I know is funny. I think that's their way of being like, I need to be a little bit more relatable and more personal. So they throw humor. And they're very observant people as well. They know what works in terms of jokes.
Okay.
So the moment a joke lands, they're like, okay, got it. This is the way to connect with people.
Yeah. I'm moving Skimble here. I think this is Skimble Shanks.
I agree. I think it's Skimble. I think
Joey
Skimble's a Virgo.
Lorm is the Taurus. And then Skimble Shanks is the Virgo because he's, fun Uncle Skimble, having a good time, but super organized. But it's not what they had. They had Electra and then Mungo, Jerry, and Rumple Teaser, which that one makes me confused because I could see some of the movements in their dance being very methodical and pointed, but nothing else you said fits the two of them.
No, and again, the sun sign is your motivations, right? And from my understanding, Mungo, Jerry, and Rumple Teaser are mischievous. They steal things.
Yep.
They're thick as thieves. I feel like a Virgo would be like, why would I need to steal stuff?
Yeah.
I can just work and do a good job and make money. Why do I need to steal?
I agree. Okay, I'm sticking with Skimble.
Me too.
Next, what's next? I know what's next because I have it.
Then it's Libra.
Yep.
It's Libra. So Libra's such an interesting one. Libras care a lot about what other people think of them. They like to reflect themselves based on who they're with. This can lead a Libra to be, again, air sign. They're a little mutable, movable. So if there's a new trend, they're the first ones on it. If their friends all want to go to this concert, they're the first one to go, even if they don't know the band. Okay. They are also considered the peacekeeper of the zodiac sign because they can see all sides of people and all sides of a situation. They're the scales. So it also causes them to not be able to make decisions easily, which explains why they sometimes go with the flow of okay, if everybody else is doing this, I can totally jump in and do that. But because of that, they make friends. They're some of the friendliest people I know, some of the most charismatic people I know. Unfortunately, can also be a little arrogant, similar to Leo, and they can come off as a little bit performative because they are trying to match the environment that's around them. But again, they're not trying to match for malicious reasons. They're trying to match to make friends, to understand others better, to fit in a little bit better. But it's not fake. It's not performative, despite how it may come off. Because a lot of times it can come off that way. And they can come off a little bit on the arrogant side. But they just want to be understood. They want to be seen by other people. They want to be liked and appreciated and make friends.
This is clearly Gus.
Yes.
I think that's very clear. I think what's interesting is to me it's half of Tugger, because is this where you had Tugger? I had Tugger as Libra. I can see it, but the one thing you said that made me kind of think a little bit against it was that I'll go to if you friends want to go to the concert, I'll go with them. And I'm his whole song is about how if you want him to do this, he's going to do the opposite. So there is a little bit of that part where I'm most of what you said described Tugger and Gus, which makes sense. They're both the two performative, big, look at me type of showy, just a younger and older version of each other. But Tugger seems a little bit more of the I'm going to do the opposite of what everyone wants me to do. Interesting. That's one detail I forgot, because immediately when I saw Tugger's getup, I was like, oh, those are the Libra men I've dated. Absolutely. Of I am here and I look amazing. Yeah. And whatever you're ready to do, I'm doing it with you. Okay. But that makes sense of the of doing the opposite. I didn't even realize that was part of his song. Yeah. Okay, what's next? I think we
Then a Scorpio.
Yeah, which we did.
Then a Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is a fire sign. They are very, they're considered like the adventurous wild child of the zodiac. They're most likely to travel. They're the most likely to do daredevil stuff, adrenaline rush. They, despite being an air sign, can be passionately floaty. So like one day they are in Hawaii, and while they're in Hawaii, they're like, you know what? I think I'm going to change my career, and I think I'm going to move to France. And they are completely ready to make a change at the snap of a hat. However, they're also very intelligent. They might seem flighty and all over the place, but they're very intelligent people. And they like to show their intelligence and their knowledge and their know-how. They want to make it clear to other individuals. And they're intelligent in like an almost philosophical way. They love to get into debates. They love to talk about the meanings of life. That would be the main traits for Sagittarius.
This is going to be another one of the kittens, I think. And this doesn't really fit any of them, in my opinion.
I don't think so either.
It can maybe, I think it's Cassandra. There's one that wears a collar and is like a little bit more, seems a little pretentious and a little bit more knowing, but that would be the only thing.
Jemima?
Maybe. I think Jemima is been renamed. Jemima is, what is Jemima's name now? Syllabub.
That's what it was. Yes.
So maybe that's where we're gonna go with Syllabub there. I don't know. This one doesn't really fit any of them, so we can just move forward. These
don't all have to fit because one pet peeve I have is like when I see, for example, a movie or something, and they're like, which character falls into which zodiac sign, and every single sign is represented.
Yeah.
Highly unrealistic. Highly.
So the only reason I think that I would totally agree with you is like we don't need to shove somebody into this box, especially since, as you said at the very beginning, like this is just one part of a very layered process. But I feel like Cats is almost written to have intentionally the variety of personality types because you're supposed to have a tribe. And I feel like if you had a community, you probably are going to have every single one of these signs in some capacity. So that's where I'm like, there might be, but we don't have to force them in. In a weird way, I feel like this is going really like meta. Yeah. In a weird way, I feel like T.S. Eliot writing Cats is the Sagittarius. Like that is the, let me take such a wild idea and make it about life and make it philosophical and make it really out there. I love it. We don't have a cat there. We're just going to go with T.S. Eliot. Just go with T.S. Eliot. I don't know when his birthday is. Yeah, as I say, should we look this up? Can we look it up? Why don't you start going over the next one? I'll look up when T.S. Eliot was born. Next one is Capricorn. Oh wait, they are known. It popped up right away. September 26th, 1888. September 26th. Oh my God, is that Sagittarius? You're asking the wrong person here. September. I can't spell. Yes. Okay, no, that's Libra. That falls somewhere. I'm so bad with the actual dates. Like as someone who knows astrology really well. September 24th to October 23rd is Libra. So he's a Libra. Yeah, it was the 26th, right? He just missed it. Okay. Libra, interesting. Anyway, Capricorn. Capricorn is known as the hardest working sign. They are known for, as the career goals, they will do anything to progress themselves professionally. Hardworking, money-driven, very financially methodical. They like stability in every sense of the word. So like, there's no finances in Cats at all, so we're gonna go with the stability. Yeah. They like to be stable. They don't like not knowing what's coming up. They don't like not having a job or a house. They need to be very, very stable. They are also a little bit more on the reserved side because they don't trust, similar to a Scorpio, they don't trust very easily. Mm-hmm. Once someone is in their inner circle and they know that this person can actually help them and not hinder them in life, they're very warm and open. They are also very organized, similar, again, Earth sign, very grounded, very organized, but for different reasons than the other Earth signs. Different than Taurus, different than Virgo. Virgo likes organization for organization's sake. Taurus is more the home stability, knowing what's happening around them. Capricorn does it to drive a goal. Okay. Whether it's improving their life, improving their home, improving their relationships. So it's always about improvement and doing better. So this is Monk. This is Monk's Trap. This is Monk's Trap. Clearly. Yeah. That was what was there. They also had Cassandra, but I think this one's very clearly Mocha's Trap.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. I think we got 2 left, right?
Yes, we do. We have Aquarius next. So Aquariuses, they are the kind of hippie children of the zodiac sign is the best way to describe it. They're open to new experiences and new people, very open-minded, tend to live in their own world a bit, and sometimes feel like they can't connect with other people immediately. They need like a little bit of time to warm up to others, observe the world around them, and then they start to feel more comfortable. They're also very progressive people. Every single Aquarius I know has either an idea for a new invention, or they are at protests, or they're extremely like into activism, or they have a cause behind them. They also can come off as a little aloof or out there because, again, there's so much going on in their brain. They're trying so hard to understand others and themselves. And at the same time, they're thinking about, oh, there's this thing I want to do, and there's this thing I want to do, and this activism thing I'm trying to do. So they can come off a little quiet and shy and then surprise everybody.
So I think this is Victoria.
I think this is Victoria.
They also had George, who's a ensemble character, and then Old Deuteronomy, which is an interesting because I don't know where would you put Old Deuteronomy?
I would put Old Deuteronomy as Taurus. Actually, no, I lied. I would put her as him. Damn it. Sorry, Judi Dench really threw me off.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going off the movie. I would put him as Pisces, actually.
Oh, I jumped the gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. It's coming up.
That's fine.
Coming up.
Okay.
No, I definitely put Victoria in this case.
I was trying to see if there's anybody main characters we're missing. Okay, let's do Pisces.
There is one I think we're missing.
Yeah, we haven't placed Mistopheles, I don't think.
I'm tempted to put Mistopheles here, but I think Mistopheles also works coming up.
Okay, Pisces.
We
Let's do Pisces.
missed Bustopher Jones. We'll come back to him.
I'll read what we picked, and then we can see who of the big characters we're missing.
Great. So Pisces. Pisces are known as very sweet, caring, empathetic individuals. They care deeply about other people. They're also kind of known as the mother. So, I mean, everybody says it's Cancer is more of the nurturing motherly, but I like to argue that it's actually Pisces. They feel things very deeply, again, water sign, but it's not in the same way. The way Cancer takes internal and Scorpio can sometimes take internal and external, Pisces is taking it in a like worldview way of, I may be sad, but this is the way of life. I may be feeling this way, but that is how things are. And other people feel this way, and that is okay. They are also very people. I think of the water signs, they are the most personable because they like to connect with other people. They like to talk and charm and learn about other people. They're also very artistic individuals. They have appreciation for beauty and art. Because of that, they can sometimes get into their own world of like how things should be rather than how they are. So sometimes they get into little ruts where they're disappointed something didn't turn out the way they expected, or someone's not acting a certain way that they thought they would, or their understanding of something was completely different. And so sometimes they may emotionally be on the outskirts of other people and get stuck in their own little world of how things should be rather than how they are.
Okay. I love this. This is, I mean, I think you're right. I think this is old dude.
Yep.
I could see a little Mistopheles, but I'm not sure that that's exactly where he goes.
I was thinking Mistopheles for Pisces just because of the like magic aspect, I know who I am, but no one else has yet.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's also so reserved, but he cares deeply.
Yeah. Okay. Let me read this back. So Aries, we have the kittens.
Yep.
Taurus, we have Jelly Lorm. Gemini, we have the twins and Jenny Anydots. Cancer, we have Demeter and Grizz. Leo, we have Bombelurina. Virgo, we have Skimble. Libra, we have Gus and Rumtub Tugger. Scorpio, we have McCavity. Sagittarius, we have T.S. Eliot. Capricorn, we have Mocha's Trap. Aquarius, we have Victoria. And Pisces, we have Old Deuteronomy and Mistopheles. So I think you're right. We did not place of the song cats. Let's call them the song cats. We didn't place Bustopher Jones.
Yes.
I think that's the only one of the. Oh, and we didn't place Mungo Jerry and Rumple Teaser.
Oh, damn, that's right. That's
So where
right.
would you put those three?
Christopher Jones. He's again, I'm going to the movie and I'm so sorry. He's the James Corden one
Yes.
who like is dressed up and eats, right?
He's big fat, eats, there's not a lot to him. Like we get one song and he's not really in the rest because he's also Gus, the actor is on stage. So it's like what we basically know about him is he eats a lot, he's rich, he's wealthy, and he comes in and he's like kind of a hoity-toity. I don't know, like he goes to these like high-end establishments in the for the tribe, and he comes in. I've always kind of like joked. A couple of things that I've joked about is I think he could be the money behind the crime gang. Like he feels very almost Sopranos-ish for me. But I don't know how much I've added layers to this character because otherwise he's kind of a boring cat. He's the one that got cut from Royal Caribbean Cruises 90-minute version.
Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, they cut him out. So it's like he's an easy one to get rid of.
Well, the money and the Sopranos vibes and the like going to wealthy events and galas and that vibe is giving a lot of Capricorn.
Okay.
But I'm also like, how did you acquire? Like, again, we're going very deep in the cat's lore here. Like, did he earn that money? Is he working for it? Or was
That's
he just like
question.
born into it and enjoying it? Because if it's the enjoying... I could see Taurus.
As you talked about being financially dependent in one of these, like there's no jellicle dollar that like we're going off of here. So we don't know. I don't think we have that answer.
It should be a jellicle dollar in this entire world.
Yeah, I mean,
there are no like cat biscuits or like catnip. Oh, I feel like that'd be an illicit.
Yeah, that's
activity.
That's what McCaffrey's selling. You know the right people to make a jellicle dollar go viral. So this
is true.
I'm here to support that.
It just has like Christopher Jones's little mustache face on it.
No, it's got to be old Deuteronomy's face.
Oh, duh! It has to be. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. What do we miss? There's one more.
If I spend time photoshopping a jellicle dollar this afternoon, I'm gonna be so mad.
Please don't.
I
mean, do what you want.
It could happen.
That's actually the artwork for this episode. Is just the jellicle dollar and no explanation.
I'm gonna force myself not to do it today.
Oh my goodness!
Maybe do it tomorrow. I will send you the jellicle dollar once I finish.
Please do.
And see if we can make this happen. Okay.
Mongo Jerry Rumple teaser.
Yes.
I feel bad because these are my favorites. Actually, that's a lie. They're some of my favorites. They're not my favorite cat. They're mischievous. They're playful.
Mm-hmm.
They like try to convince Victoria to tag along, right?
Yes, but in that part of in the new movie.
Ah, damn it!
You're going. I need you to watch the 1998 movie.
I really do.
It's what's on YouTube, by the way. It's all those clips from the cat's actual site is the 1998 movie on YouTube.
Oh my goodness.
It's more of like they are I've always kind of alluded to them as like the rich kids of a very like successful dad or mom who's gonna just like they can do whatever they want because they're not gonna really get in trouble, but they're not really evil. They're just kind of like playful and causing challenges because they can. That's the way I've always interpreted it. But they like try to wreak havoc for no other reason than to do it.
I love that. Who would be chaotic under that? Like no reason than just to have fun.
They stuck him in Virgo.
No, goodness, no. Because I feel like a Virgo would be like, why would I waste time doing that? And then they would do something. Like Virgos would do something. Like if they steal, they're gonna do something with it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Robin. They would be like the Robin Hood character of like, if I'm gonna steal, I'm gonna then like sell it and like make money or give it to other people. But just to mess.
It could be Scorpio. It's got a little villainish vibe.
Bored Scorpio.
Yeah. Okay.
Like really bored, unevolved.
We're gonna stick him in there.
We don't have anything to do, so we're gonna steal.
I love it. Okay. This has been super fun. I love that we have completely put these out. I also now will probably try to figure out where those fan Wikipedia signs came from, because there are clearly a couple that are wrong. Clearly a couple that are probably dead on too. Like they were very accurate with some and very wrong on others. But I'm glad that we have an expert set the record straight, and we now have properly classified the cats to where they belong. I want to do a little bit of rapid fire. Some
Yes.
cats rapid fire for you. So
Go.
if you could be in the show, which cat would you want to perform as?
Oh my goodness. I would probably want to do Bomb because she's so opposite of me as a person that I feel like I could really get into a character and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because she's so not like me, but she's fucking fabulous. Oh, can I cuss on this?
Of course.
Okay.
It's
Thank
a
God.
show about an orgy and a murder. So like,
You're right. Great.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's cool to hear you say that because it is the answers most of the time are, I want to do this one that's like not me. Like it'd be fun to do not me. Who are your favorite and least favorite characters?
Oh, my favorites are Gus. I will do anything for Gus. He's so adorable. I love him. And I love Monkstrap. And then my least favorite is Jenny Anydots.
Okay.
I feel so bad. Jenny Anydots, and I am not a fan of Rum Tum Tugger.
Wow.
I know, controversial.
Okay.
And I love Jason Derulo, but here we are.
Yeah, I have to keep going back that all of your knowledge is off the 2019 movie. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I get it.
That is my entire knowledge. Is
Yeah.
I've never seen the full show through.
you don't like Jenny Anydots and Tucker. That makes sense from the 2019 movie. Great. Okay, let's keep going. Favorite song? From
The
show?
opener. The
opener,
Jello
yeah,
Cross
yeah.
Canyon.
Yeah.
That's a bop.
Yep.
That's a workout song right there.
Yeah. Okay. Which cat do you think would be most into their astrology sign? Like, who would be into horoscopes?
Victoria.
Kind of a little hippie-ish.
Little hippies.
Yeah.
She would absolutely be like, this is amazing. And this is like my shortcut to understanding everybody around me.
Yeah.
And I just feel like her new age-ness and the way she likes to observe and pick up vibes, she would absolutely love astrology.
Yeah. Okay. Most important question. Do you think Grisabelle is the right Jellicle choice?
No.
Who's your pick?
I'm a little biased. I think it should have been Gus.
I love it. Yep.
It should have been Gus. He came in ready. He had a show to put on and he put it on. He's also, again, my knowledge is only of the movie. He's also older, right? His life has lit up to this moment.
Yep.
Like, he is so prepared. And like, when he's at that age, I want him to move on and live young again and be younger. Like, I'm sorry, Shimbleshanks got time. Victoria got time. They're fine. Gus is like, this is his last moment.
Yep.
And I think he should have been the Jellicle choice.
I agree. No arguments here.
Right?
This has been so fun. I hope people have enjoyed this. This has been a pet project for me. So I hope everyone else also got to get a kick out of this conversation. How can people stay in touch with you and read your horoscopes on Playbill and everything else for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So my horoscopes come out at the beginning of each month on playbill.com. That's the full length version of the horoscopes. And then the kind of short and condensed ones are on the Playbill's social media channels. So Facebook and Instagram. Instagram has these like cute graphics that they put out each month. Each month has a different theme based on the astrology of that month. And then also based on just how I'm feeling. Sometimes it's like, what song should you listen to this month? Or what song is your anthem? Which character are you? Which character are you not like? Like, who should you learn from? That confused a lot of people. And I felt really bad because they were like, oh, I'm not this person. I go, no, I'm telling you not to be like this person. Yeah. Don't be like Orpheus this month.
Did we just write one of your months with all the cats?
You know, I think this has inspired me for one of the months where there's like, where I don't have inspiration. Yeah. To just make a which cat's character are you?
I'm here. I'm here for it.
And we'll just put T.S. Eliot for such a thing.
Yeah, that's the only answer.
It's also interesting because this is another confusing point on Playbill is when I write, I'm not saying you are like, I'm not saying this character is this zodiac sign. I'm saying what your zodiac sign is going through this month
is what that
is like this character.
Interesting.
I've gotten lots of people be like, but this character is totally this zodiac sign. I'm like, no, I know they are. But I'm saying the things you are going through as a Pisces this month match the journey of this character or the opposite of this character. So I've had to be a little
This is
careful
the fun of
there.
social media where someone just is quickly scrolling through it and reading it and then being like, because first of all, I saw you post it. I'm like, wait a second. You wrote these, so fun. And then I immediately just went to Pisces. I'm like, let me just read mine first. And I'm always last. So it's like, I gotta go all the way to the end. But it's like I started there and I didn't read any of the caption or description or anything else. So I'm also part of the problem. But yeah, it's there. So people listen to this and now hopefully when they read it, they'll have an extra knowledge of how to read it.
Yes, read the little beginning blurb to understand where I'm going with this month.
Before your test, basically.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, so many people are like, you did Gemini dirty. I'm like, no, I really did not. It's actually a compliment.
I love it. This has been so fun. We're gonna get the Jellicle Dollar out of this. We're gonna get some horoscopes out of this. This has been amazing. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I got so excited. I never thought this would be my first podcast, but I'm glad it is.
I don't think there would be any other way for you to do it. Like, what other better way to start your podcasting guest career than this?
Exactly.
Amazing. Well, thank you. And thanks everyone else for listening to this episode of The Wrong Cat Died, the podcast breaking out the catastrophe. To follow along, you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or anywhere else listen to podcasts. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Wrong Cat Died, or check out our website, thewrongcatdied.com.